Alright, good game. Let's do this, guys. Let's see. Oh, alright, there's some opening lag, but it's all good. Look at this. Alright, we need some normal colors. Yeah, okay, perfect. Right. Anyway, so everyone, we are here for an amazing match of free-for-all. 8 players free-for-all. The map, I don't remember the name, but it's something station. Let's do a quick count here. So here on the right side, we have in that beautiful Magneta blue, Mr. SPX. Probably a favorite to win. The map has got 7 minerals only. So it's a pretty, it's a, what? Poor map. We have over here a Mr. Live Person, probably from Sweden or Denmark, judging by his name, with Protoss. We have Hydralisk with Zerg. I don't wish him well. I mean, I don't know. I wish him well, but I don't think he's gonna do well. Zerg is not really the best FFA race, so we'll see. We have another Protoss, Mr. Lily. All right, and that's for the east side of the map. On the west side, we have blue or white. Oh, sorry, that's Mr. Person. Oh my god, that's a different call. That was BSL GBL then. Oh wow, I messed up the call. So that is Mr. Live Person with Terran, Mr. Anti-App with another Zerg, another Protoss Wolfix, Polish fellow, and Terran Shinny. So if you do a rounds count, we have Terran, okay, 2 Protoss, 3 Protoss, 2 Terran, 3 Terran, and 2 Zergs. Pretty nice distribution, guys, right? No, is it one? Yeah, it's 2 Zergs. Yeah, so 2 Zergs, 3 Protoss, 2 Terran. Pretty neat. Let's see what we have here. SPX going already for some kind of a gas opening. Very careful. Oh, Brown already. He's an experienced free-for-all player. He's going 12 next straight from the bat. He doesn't wanna... Okay, he actually decides to go for a gateway. He realizes that this expansion maybe was a little bit too risky. And bear in mind, people don't know where everything is on the map. So just because we see where the expansions are doesn't mean that they know. Although Pink, immediately finding his expansion over here. Going for the 12 hatch. Very nice Zerg opening. Overlord scouting around the base to understand what the terrain is. By the way, these are not islands. You can see these spaces are actually connected. Not so far from each other. There are paths connecting everyone. Yeah, so this is a big mainland station, although there are some small islands with additional gas here, additional minerals here, so very small islands that can't be used for much. Maybe the mineral ones. I don't think anyone is gonna take the gas spaces. Alright, is there some action happening? We can see actually there is a Protoss rushing SPX already. Oh my god, we have a small skirmish here, the bunker coming up in the mineral line. Beautiful SimCity by SPX. You can see he's in fact the 2400 MMR Terran. Adding a factory, this zealot is gonna do nothing at all. Marines are gonna be very easily covering the whole area here. What is the Protoss doing behind? He's actually adding a cybernetic core plus 2 gates. So GBL tries to be aggressive. I'm not sure if this is the best strategy for a free-for-all, but SPX respecting this very much. Meantime, we actually also have an attack here, so Wolfix is also rushing BSL Shinny, but Shinny also very aware of that, made a bunker, doesn't seem like he's lost anything. The Zealot is not going to be doing any more damage, the Marines is going to easily clean up, but seems like Wolf is adding more Zealots, so actually this pressure continues. No factory coming up for Shinny yet, so it's not so much on top of his game as SPX, and SPX going already 2 fact from here. Vulture coming up. Here we have also expansion, so Brown decides to go for that expo after adding a gateway and a forge, and that can pay off in long term. Obviously there is an attack coming up. Oh, is that gonna be in time? It seems like it's just gonna be in time, but he needs to be on top of his Zealot micro. When that cannon finishes, this regression is over, but look at this perfect reaction from Brown Protoss. Cannon is up, these links are gone, there is no risk for Protoss, although he needs to defend his expansion. Other than that, seems like things have stabilized. Red doing okay. Wolfix aggression stopped. He's actually going bio. He's not going to add a factory. He's going academy. We also have White Terran here, slowly creeping up his economy. He also has a hidden expansion far away. No one will spot that for a long time. It's one of those, okay. Here 2 goons arrive, so SPX in a bit of trouble. The goons will definitely harass his SCV line. He needs to get tanks immediately. If he gets tanks, he's gonna be able to defend. But look at this, there's a single Marine. Annoying GBL. Who's going, by the way, free gateway goon, which is gonna put a ton of pressure for SPX. This is not starting well. And look at that Zergling flood. What is this? 2 Hatch, Sanken. Okay, so plenty of Zerglings here. SCV transfer to the expansion. Okay, let's focus on one place for a while. Let's see how SPX handles this. As there's action going everywhere on the map, I can see another expansion is being established. Oh, sorry, there's some small skirmish here. So SPX doing okay. He will get 2 tanks soon. He may need to also get siege mode. He has money for it. Okay, there's the first tank, but there will be more and more goons coming very soon. So he needs to be careful. Okay, Pro decides to push back because look at, there are 4 Marines. That's gonna be so annoying. He can't just rally the goons to SPX and harass him. He has to respect that. And now 2 tanks and a vulture. They will clean this gun. So I think this fight is over. These Marines are gonna die to goons. And what do we have here? Wolfix with a very solid, very solid Zealot Palisade here. Making sure the links can't enter. 2 goons serving scouts. Very nice saturation of pros. He's got plenty of pros. He needs to expand soon to keep up mining for so many bases. And meantime, Mr. Person very easily getting his economy up, not really fighting with anyone, silently sitting here, adding some more units. Although Mutas will be in place soon, but I think with bunkers he's gonna be okay. So that Zergling aggression is denied. Red with his bio transitioning in fact into a regular bio factory play, so Marines. But look at Ping, freaking Ping expanded. He has got 3 bases. He already starting to gather Mutas. When he gets like 12 Mutas, this is gonna be so scary. SPX will have no way to hold this. He will need to add like multiple turrets. So any kind of Muta aggression will be really scary. Some random cannons here and there. Protoss doing very well, economy is good, but he needs to be careful because Mutas will arrive soon. There's big Link flood coming in. I don't think he can break this. I mean, 3 Zealots and 2 cannons? No. The Links go back, and here we have the big fight. The tanks falling. The mines, though, are gonna be sufficient. Oh, look at the micro from the goons, from the Protoss player. I mean, really nice micro. Although he can't do anything more about those mines here. Oh, very nice. All goons will be dying now, so SPX definitely on top of his game. Cleared up the whole Protoss army. And there's another attack coming, so Red keeps on like playing like computer a little bit. Adds units here and there, you know, sending the small amounts of units to Protoss. But again, you know, he has got only very few units, so now he's getting sandwiched by 2 Terran players. SPX going from the south, Sumi going from the west. I mean, what does he do now? Okay, he's trying to fight here. I don't think this is looking really bad for Protoss, to be honest now. He will clean that bio, but again, there is another push here. Question is, if Mr. Hydralist decides to kill a player at some point, this is 12 Mutalisks, which direction is he going? He's going down, so he's gonna go Protoss. Okay, he's gonna down Protoss and he's gonna find this Cannos here, decides to reject. How did he get this cannon here? Look at that amazing positioning, I love it. He actually now multiple cannons, and now SPX is gonna be like, oh no. I'm dead. There's no way he defends this. Poor SPX getting massacred by Mutalisks. Nothing he can do. Wolfix getting an expansion meantime. Another, yeah, more Mutas, but cannons just in time. Oh, there is a circuit in the game. Wolfix is gonna hold. This is just 7 Mutas. So easy hold here. Poor SPX. Maybe he sacrifices some SCVs. No, SPX the first one. 2 drop of the game, but we must say that he was in a very tough spot. From the beginning of the game, very much, you know, harassed by the Protoss, Zealots and Goons, and just getting completely smashed by Mass Muta. So actually, looking at this now, I mean, Hydralisk, with freaking 3 bases and Mass Muta probably in a commanding position. Question is, if Corsairs come in the game, and they are already being made, probably some Corsairs will soon be, Wolf probably will also do some Corsairs when he realizes, you know, he's gonna go for like Dark Archon maybe, or Archon. And of course we have a nice life here going for a big mech transition. 3 factories, probably armory somewhere around soon. 3 bases already, so both Hydralisk and Person with some big economies here. Getting ready for that late game. Not sacrificing, you know, so many units for those early game skirmishes. The Mutas over here starting to be annoying. I don't think he can defend with just simple cannons. I mean, where are the Corsairs? There are only 2 Corsairs, so that expansion is probably going down too. There are just way too many Mutas. Guys, this is like 8 plus 8 in Mutas. two Corsairs are not gonna cut it. He needs to escape, abandon the base, hide in the corner, and hope for a better time later. Meantime, white and red still fighting in the upper right corner. White, we know, heavily handicapped from those early fights with SPX, but I think he is good enough to hold this. This is a weird composition of units, but actually it's working pretty well. It's very difficult to, you know, fight a lot of Marines on fire, but it's a single tank. So white, despite having enough, you know, units to fight it, doesn't seem like, in fact, he can hold it as long as red rallies more and more units, and he does. So it looks like white and red kind of like counter each other. Brown expansion is going down. We have a counter attack from Wolf actually coming down here. Some goons and some zealots, but this is so many links and mutas. I'm not sure if this is enough. I think Wolf should go back. Oh, he's gonna get completely eaten alive here by the links and mutas. Look at that. Look at that ball of units. Oh my god. Zerg rush. Oh boy. Alright. Protoss is completely pushed back, but he has got his expansion, so as long as he makes some Archons, Pure Temper, he's gonna be fine. So many mutas. Protoss really needs to get his +1. No +1 so far. Look, look at that gun hitting that expansion on the island. This is amazing, and we have a huge Zerg rush coming in Wolfix expansion. This is gonna be a massacre for Protoss base. I mean, let's see how good the Pro Pool is. If he can cover this Canos, it could be okay, but no, mutas will be able to clean this Canos ultimately. So this base is falling down. Protoss is gonna go down to one base, and yeah, he's basically in grace of this yellow Zerg, which is a one base also, so he doesn't really mean that much at the global scale. Red, meantime, being able to push through. White made some Corsairs to defend versus mutas, but GG. So another one going down. Protoss and Terra so far out of the game, and here Hydra is trying to push through this Corsair cannon line, and seems like he will beat his +1 to attack. Corsairs are doing a good job, but I don't think it's enough, so we're gonna have another player leaving very soon. Seems like it's gonna go down to White Terran, who has been relatively, well, completely untouched from the beginning of the game. No one is trying to fight him. He's just macroing like a madman on free base. And what we see, Zerg also adding expansion. Terran, Protoss every corner, red now going also to look into fighting green Protoss, and this is bad news for Wolf because he just doesn't have any units. He doesn't have any units because he's been fighting with Zerg for all day long. What is this? Protoss escaping, but Protoss is dead, so we're down to red, who doesn't have so many actually units. He may want to try to take that expansion, but that's very little. He's also mined out, so despite having, you know, a pretty formidable force that has eliminated one player and is looking to eliminate another player, BT comes in, he doesn't have that much. So it really comes down to white and pink. We're gonna have a huge one-on-one ultimately with some satellite players that are, you know, close to depleting and nearly surviving. Seems like it's gonna come down. Okay, we actually have, sorry, who left? Brown left, right, so Brown is out of the game. Mass Muta appeared to be OP in that situation. More bases for Hydralisk. Red is also going to be establishing a base here. That base actually may save him long term, right? And despite not being mana minerals, you know, he gets kind of like an access to those bases on the right side if he goes unnoticed for long enough. So the game seems to be stabilizing at this point. I mean, realistically speaking, the Mutas has cleaned up the right side of the map. White is still untouched. He's adding starports. He's 3 freaking armor. 4 armor is upgrade. He's gonna go all in mech iron units. I'm just trying to see where are his, okay, his army is here. He doesn't have so much yet, but when these factories are gonna start producing his money, he's gonna be huge very quickly. So so Hydras will have to respect it, but I mean, realistically, is he on a freaking island? No, there is, okay, that's his, yeah, that's the exit from his base, and that's straight to Yellow Zerg, in fact. But I mean, he has to be aware that this Mutas, at this number, they can just fly in and, you know, completely evaporate these expansions if he doesn't get like Valkyries or something similar. I wonder what's his vision. I mean, if he actually scanned that there are so many Mutas, there are 2 Spires making upgrades. Sorry, the second Spire actually finishing now. Wall slowly crawling to taking that base. Red is also mined out. He's actually not getting any minerals until he sends his SCVs over here. So it seems that the game has slowed down a bit now. Everyone is focusing on re-microing, getting some, you know, basic economy in place. Maybe Yellow will try, or, you know, Anti-Apple's gonna try to get this base here. Maybe he realizes there are additional bases on islands, but they are not accessible unless he makes this, you know, dropship upgrade. He's adding some single spores, but I mean, this is a small Mutalist army. There's no way he fights Hydralisk, so he's gonna be eaten alive by, you know, amount of Mutas that Hydralisk has. Look at the supplies, it's 130 to 116. So 3 players that are kind of like barely living, and that includes Wolfix, Anti-App, and also Shinny. Oh no, Shinny and Wolfix fighting again. This is bad news for both of these players. They shouldn't be fighting, they should be allying each other versus the big guys, which is Hydralisk and GBL. Seems like, I don't know if the Mutas went back. I think they just went back. He didn't decide to go for it, realizing his army is maybe too slow. He should focus, in fact, on macroing, getting his upgrades up, preparing for the big late game fight, maybe getting Hive, maybe getting the fire. Okay, here's the fight. Some good storms, cleaning up Shinny. Shinny definitely not being able to push into Protoss at this position. He's gonna go very defensive. I don't know if these tanks can hit it. I don't think so. So there's not gonna be ways of, you know, just punishing that expansion from that position. Wolf, meantime, very low on minerals, 3 gateways, getting some upgrades, but other than that, you know, in a very kind of like check position with tanks of Terran here. It seems like Terran wants to be aggressive and go for this. I mean, this base is already mined out, so Terran has to start thinking about another base also, rather than probably pushing. And here we have the big battle. I completely missed it. I am so sorry. Oh my god, 100 Mutalisks just eaten alive, the small group of Anti-App. Oh no, the Zerg decides to leave. Too many Mutas, too few chances. There was no way to hold this. So now, with Wolf and Shinny trying to eliminate each other, it's really gonna go down to white and pink. And actually, you know what? I mean, as long as this is just Mutalisks, actually white has a chance, but he needs to take his science vessels, he needs to take his Goliaths and start defending, because if he just starts losing bases uncontested, then obviously, you know, he's gonna fall behind. But I mean, if he gets his vessels, a Radiator and a bunch of Goliaths, he could still have this game, because Mutalisks will not scale up well in this position. They just don't scale up well, even if they're well upgraded. If Terran makes Goliaths and Science Vessels, as we can see here, he will be able to kill those easily. Okay, there's first Irradiate coming up. It's gonna kill a couple of Mutas. Yeah, as you've seen, I mean, 2 Irradiates and freaking 5 Mutas dying immediately. So he needs to transition. I mean, if it's just gonna be pure Muta, even if Terran doesn't have much, if he gets his vessel count up and battle cruisers and Goliaths, if he just slowly takes bases, he's going to be fine, and he will be able to win that game. So, okay, Red is also out of minerals. He doesn't have more army. He's gonna take that expansion. He just eliminated Wolfix expansion, in fact. So slowly crawling into Protoss base, taking slowly bases. And the question is if any of these players will be attacked by I think Pink White doesn't seem like he's attacking. Seems like he's gathering forces, growing as much as he can, and that's probably a good decision. But he needs to be able to somehow control the growth rate of Zerg. I mean, this is what, 3 bases, 4 bases, 5 bases, 6 bases. At least 6 bases or more. I might have missed one of them. There are so many pink places on the map. But, you know, it's still, how many drones does he have, though? Yeah, he's got a healthy economy and plenty of gas also. So, looks like it's still a mass Muta for now. He can even max out on Mutas. But if he tries to attack white, you know, when all the Goliaths, Irradiates, and Battlecruiser starts, I don't think it's gonna work. So the question is, okay, Wolf still fighting versus Red here. Trying some sneaky DTs. He actually got his base here. This is nice. I mean, if Wolf managed to expand here, and you know, slowly crawl up. Oh no, this is bad news. This is bad news for Wolf. If this Mutalisks hit, they can completely, you know, like literally extinct, make Protoss extinct, go extinct in like 2 seconds. I mean, this is like 4 groups of Mutas at least. Question is, what happens? I mean, if he decides to attack white, he may lose that very quickly. But if he just stays back and transitions into something different, doesn't seem like he does now. I think it's just still mass Muta at this point, right? Just getting a bunch of hatcheries. The Vulture actually getting a good scout off. So if white decides to attack, he may be able to, you know, target this relatively fresh bases. I mean, fresh, you know, in the gas sense. This is a fresh base also. So it's for Terran, these 3 bases are actually very accessible because they are just on the path out of his base. But so far, it doesn't seem like he's moving out. I mean, he's gathering his gas. He doesn't have much gas, sadly. This one is, no, it's not depleted yet, but he's investing a lot in this very high level units. Armor is 3 out of 4 armors are spinning, and 2 starboards are producing units. This is already 6 battlecruisers and plenty of Goliaths and vessels. Terran also established the base. Wolf being stubborn, slowly harassing the Terran, doesn't want to make it live so easily. And in fact, if he's able to eliminate Red Terran for that position, then there's no one really threatening him anymore. And you know, Protoss doesn't need that much time to go really out of control. I mean, if he gets his upgrades up, I think he actually has upgrades. Okay, +1, so not great upgrades. But you know, he's getting his High Templars. If he has Storms here, he could even interact with this huge flock of Mutas, right? Couple of good Storms and these Mutas are gone. So we have to remember that it's not necessarily so easy. Okay, now Hydra starts to think about transitioning. 3 evolution chambers, Defiler mount, so looking into some kind of a different armor composition, and he definitely is that. He's not gonna be able to just straight win with mass muta. I mean, not versus this kind of units, not versus this kind of army. Question is when Wise decide to move, because if he doesn't, then obviously Zerg army just gets out of control. I mean, with so many bases, gas expansions, there will be no way of stopping him. So White needs to make a move, and actually he's coming. I mean, all those battle cruisers with 2 science vessels. Look at this. This could be the big fight of the game. Oh my goodness, look at that. Their armies are so close. Are the Mutalists gonna engage? Are they no, they're gonna run away? Of course, there's no way. Okay, good irradiate on the back of the Muta. I don't think he's gonna realize. So these Mutas are gonna take a lot of damage. Probably all 3 are gonna die, or 4 of them are gonna die. Yeah, now he takes it away. Let's see what White decides to do. Okay, he's actually moving down, so the big move of the game is happening, guys. If he's able to get all his army out here, it's gonna be difficult. This ramp is narrow, the supply depots are blocking. He needs to spam click here a little bit with his 150 APM. He should be able to do it. Additional battle cruisers, 2 upgrades already. No more upgrades getting done. So we have 2 on mech and 2 on air. Meantime, Terran established that base in here. Wolf still trying to do some harassment with Dark Templars, but the turret's gonna be up, and that's gonna allow Terran to finally establish the base. But there are just 2 freaking tanks. I mean, seriously, he has nothing. If Wolf takes his army, he's able to kill this. And look at this. Slowly but surely getting those expansions. Another expansion soon, maybe. Let's see what White does. He's going it. Yes, he realizes, okay, I don't know what's the situation at the end, but I probably have to do some moves. The problem is that the fathers are already here. Now, they necessarily will not do it. The question is if he's gonna get some additional units. I mean, is this gonna be Ultralisks or is this gonna be Lynx? Okay, so Lynx, but again, I mean, with so many battle cruisers, it's still not gonna be easy. Alright, let's see. No, White, you can't go here. You shouldn't be going here. No! No. You should go for pink, bro. Oh, look at this. Red find an opening here. Million scares trying, but look at this. 2 vultures and a tank. And that's what, you know, that's what we need to take Hydralis down, which is definitely a favorite to win this game. He is maxed out, 185 supplies, a good bank of 5k minerals and 5k gas. Getting his upgrades, and probably now it's just gonna completely evaporate Terran's bases from the map. But these days doesn't really matter that much anymore, so I don't think it really hurts Red Terran. He established his base over here. He has got his barracks, his factories up in here. So as long as he doesn't, you know, lose his mining bases, he's gonna be fine. But look at White. White actually decides not to engage with Zerg. He will probably try to kill this. Wolf, conscious about Terran army over his Cindy vessels. He actually had a Zealot here that's in the Terran army. He's not taking that expansion. He will eliminate Red Terran first, who has got nothing over here, and take that base, right? And from here, he can maybe also take some other bases that are on top of the map. Still accessible as long as he makes robotics or something and, you know, understands that they are in fact there. Wow, look at this. Many hatcheries, everything. I mean, full macro mode by Zerg. I'm not sure if it can be stopped, to be honest. At this point of the game, it would take Protoss and Terran to join forces in some kind, you know, try to out-multitask with this Army Templar and Battle Cruisers mech army. Otherwise, I don't think he's going to be able to really break Zerg long-term, because again, I mean, this map has got many expos, and Zerg can keep on expanding. There are at least 1, 2, 3, 4 more bases he can take with fresh minerals. There are not many minerals. Oh my goodness, look at that. Huge decision. So he spends all his money into a huge Guardian Devourer clamp. Guardian Devourer clamp is great, but actually, is this the mistake, guys? Because with Terran, who has freaking Goliath's tank vessel composition on great upgrades, I'm not sure if this is gonna be enough. I mean, it's all gonna come down to irradiates, right? So huge amount of 12, at least 12 Guardians, more than 12 Devourers. So he just completely shifted gears from a mass muta perspective into actual huge Zerg air army with 3-1 upgrades. Meantime, Terran gets eliminated, so Wolf actually triumphs here. Protoss triumphs again over Terran. PvT Imba, too saggy, we know that. And now actually Wolf, with his last remaining base, the question is he able to slowly, he got his robotics up, so he will probably get maybe, you know, some of those island expansions. If he's gonna be quick with scouting and get some of these additional bases, this base is also available. There are a lot of bases that he can still take, and you know, if he gets those, gets his upgrades up, maybe a free you know, attack shield battery, gets plenty of yeah, also he has a dark arm, get also a lot of Templars. This will be a difficult army to beat, both for Zerg and Terran. In fact, right there it is, the big, what is it, 12, it's 24 Guardians, guys, 24 Guardians, more than 12 Devours, bunch of Scourge. There's also a bunch of Scourge here that he forgot. Let's see what is happening, what is the reaction. So huge amount of Guardians starts to clean up those depots here, but Terran doesn't need those, he doesn't have money to spend anyway, so he will not be able to remax. The decision is to take everything back, all the battle cruisers, all the vessels, everything is going back to save the base from that big fight. What is gonna happen? There are some Scourges hunting for, sharking for those vessels here, but Terran aware of this and making sure not to lose them. He needs to throw this Irradiates as soon as possible. Okay, there's gonna be Irradiate. No, come on, no vessel. You no. Okay, definitely that's survived. There's gonna be first Irradiate on that. No, on that Guardian, but this is not gonna make it. The 12 Devours is the real theme here, and now the battle starts. Tons of battle cruisers, all those ancient sports. Already putting it up to a 9 on all those battle cruisers. They're taking a lot of damage, but in fact I can see Goliath joining the fight from the bottom. This is not enough anti-air from Zerg. I mean, this Devours are great, but remember, these battle cruisers are heavily upgraded. There are no mutas to support the Devours to actually inflict so much more additional damage. How this skill works is that battle cruisers basically take +9 damage from every attack, so a couple of Hydras or a couple of mutas would have cleaned this battle cruiser immediately, but look at this, whole Zerg's army is just getting evaporated here. They're completely going extinct. Every Devourer is dead. The battle cruisers triumph. We still have 9 battle cruisers at 2 upgrades. Killing everything, all Guardians, they mean nothing. But look at a small counter-attack with Swarm, additional units coming in, and with the 5k bank, seems like Zerg will still be able to remax relatively quickly. And what is the answer for Terran here? I mean, he has got his battlecruiser army, but it's heavily damaged. He doesn't have his ground army, he lost all other units, he established that base, so he needs to transfer some of this as cities. He managed to defend, but at what cost? I mean, he's down to 88 supplies, he has got few SCVs, it's basically 10 battle cruisers, but is the decision to attack now, or is he gonna defend and try to establish this base from the beginning? That's the big question. I mean, for Wolf, for our Protoss, the best thing that can happen is obviously give him more time, but he doesn't know what is happening on the map. He doesn't know that these two are fighting. He doesn't know how much time he has. He's hoping that, you know, 2 other players are going to eliminate each other, and then he's going to get enough time to maybe build up his army. You can see that he's, you know, mining heavily here, probably looking for some bases. I don't know what he's doing now. He's got a shuttle here, so he might realize that, okay, there are some additional bases, but it doesn't look like he's scouting for them now. Okay, big battlecruiser move. What is Zerg doing now? He's already at 151 supply, but look at that bank is not big because these bases are so poor, right? He's not mining over here, he's not mining over here. He has got a bunch of drones here, but that's it. I mean, it looks like Zerg is basically down to 1 mining base. I mean, 2 mining bases including that. But look at this, these skirts are not gonna connect because freaking battlecruisers are so beefy. 2 of them go down. There's a great Irradiate, 2 great Irradiates. All these mutas are gonna be dead. 6 battle cruisers easily gonna kill those, but again, there are some spores, there are more units coming from Hydralisk. He needs to remember that he has got freaking 50 Scourges here in the upper right corner of the map that he forgot about. It's easy to do when you have such a, you know, vast area to control, but battle cruisers killing that base, if he can also eliminate that base, okay, there are some Hydralisks that will work great with Swarm, being able to this, but again, oh look at this, Wolf coming here and eliminate White base, so White is gonna be completely out of this game except his battle cruisers. But there's nothing more he can do. I mean, this is actually a pretty strong Protoss army. I mean, I must say, is that a game where, out of the blue, the Protoss that's been struggling for a whole game, in the beginning fighting with yellow, then fighting with red, getting into the game. Okay, now we have the Swarm. He needs to retreat with his battle cruisers, fight outside of Swarm. The Plague is gonna hit probably very soon. Does he have Plague? Yeah, there's gonna be a big Plague, guys. No Plague so far? Yes, there is Plague, so this battle cruiser out of order for next a couple of minutes. He has 365 minerals to repair them. I don't think he was able to repair them fully, but you know, any damage that he does to Zerg now is basically making the game easier for Wolfix, because seriously, I mean, is he upgrading? No, he's not upgrading anymore, but this is like such an anti-Zerg army. He has got some Dark Templars, 4 Archons, plenty of Storm, a Dark Archon, and a bunch of goons, so this army actually looks very strong, and I think the best decision for him to be would be just to take another base, right? If he takes this base, take this base, okay, there's maybe not this one, you know, get some of those island bases, then the time is just gonna work great in his favor. Okay, some more Scourge coming in, eliminating additional body cruisers down to only 2. SCV is getting transferred to the remaining minerals where he had a base earlier, but he lost them to a mass Muta. Okay, he also finds some minerals here, so in fact Terran is not done yet. He has got some opportunity to mine additional minerals, maybe to repair these 2 battle cruisers, maybe to try and expand somewhere else on the map. But going back home, I would say, yeah, not with the shield, you could say. And we have a big transition into Hydra Race, 2 Hydra Race already. I don't know if he's upgraded into 3-3. I would assume he does. I mean, he still has got a lot of money, but again, remember, it's 1 mining base for Zerg. He's at 109 supply, but Protoss at 108 supply, and he's getting his another base. It's a fresh mineral base. He has got, well, he's out of minerals over here, but he's gonna transfer probes. And actually, Terran getting eliminated by Wolfix. Oh my god. Well, Wolfix doesn't know what he's doing. He should leave Terran be, so he can fight some of the Zerg, and oh my god, that's GG. So it comes down to the last 2 remaining players. It is gonna be versus Wolfix versus Hydralisk, and they don't understand in which positions they were. Hydralisk thinks that, oh yeah, it's Pusagi because Wolfix is just crushing with Protoss, but that's not reality. Reality is that Wolfix came from complete hell into this game, and you know what he has now is basically all his army that's been gathering and fighting for all the game. Oh no, but that's not a position that Protoss can break. There's so many Sankens, so many Hydralisks. Couple Storms though will be able to clean this, so Zerg has to be careful. That's his whole army, and the Storms are just behind here. There's a very nice Maelstrom, but it's not gonna you know, help because the Storms are away. Now the Storms are gonna be coming in. Very nice Storm, huge Storms in fact. Zerg not being able to control this. Yeah, another beautiful Maelstrom, so all these Mutas are gonna be eaten by Storm and blasted from the ground. Another, oh wow, this is actually Storm. There's plenty of Storm though, so I mean, I don't think this Hydralisk can really push. I mean, look at this juicy, meaty Storms here. Hydralisks have to go back. This is not the kind of position you want to fight Protoss, so as long as Wolfix stays here, he can't attack, but also makes Zerg pretty much unable to move onwards. And look at this, he's actually gonna use the Storm now because Hydralisks, obviously they can't attack when units are on the Swarm, so he's using this to his advantage. Small battle here at the bottom of the map. Seems like meantime, we have some additional bases being taken here by Zerg. He has, you know, the thing that his overlords, he can actually take some of those island bases. But look at the supply, 64 for Zerg, 112 for Wolf. Wolf got this base, still doesn't really help him because that's his only mining base, so he needs to find more expansions. There's another one here, I'm not sure he knows about it. So the key thing for him, okay, there's a shuttle, great. So maybe the shuttle can actually lift some of the probes. And I think this game actually becomes quite even. I mean, I'm not sure if this is gonna end anytime soon, guys, because because this can go into kind of like, you know, map split stalemate situation. We have Lynx getting at it, also two upgrades here. Hydra is getting this island bases here. As soon as he's able to secure, you know, a lot of micro from those, he's gonna be just fine, right? The question is if he will be able to, and when Wolf will actually find them. There's a probe coming here, trying to find some bases. Maybe he goes up those staircase here and finds there's hatcher and then somehow denies this with a shuttle aggression. He finds this base. Okay, so that's a very important base. If Protoss can keep that one, if he can also find those bases over here, he doesn't know there's a base in the corner, he doesn't know there's a base over here, and he doesn't know that, okay, there's a gas base here. I don't think this matters so much. He actually goes carrier mode here, or probably maybe D-web mode, so some kind of a Corsair flock. I don't know what it's gonna be. Okay, there's a cocoon, so probably some gardens, and oh my goodness, we have Ultralisks. So seems like Harris is gonna try to push. The big fight is gonna happen here. But to be quite frank, I think this is a very strong defensive position for Protoss. He's gonna get his cannons just in time. He needs to move his army immediately. There's a very good high tempo here on the high ground, and the storm gets off while the probes are transferred. The Defiler is gonna throw some swarms here, and I think this... oh, there's actually a very nice plague on all the Dragoons. I mean, say what you like, but if this Ultras get under swarm, there's not much in Protoss army that can contest it. I mean, Archons are great, but if Swarm versus, you know, 5 are fully upgraded Ultras, nearly full upgrade Ultras, it's not gonna cut it. So it seems like Hydralisk feels like he's on a timer. He cannot allow Protoss to grow. He doesn't know how poor Wolf was, and that this is pretty much, you know, his most important base. There's the Swarm I was talking about. It's very difficult now for Protoss to move on, but there's just one Swarm. Dragoons are able to fight, but these are just 1-0 Dragoons. I mean, he doesn't have any upgrades, and these are fully upgraded Ultralisks. I mean, unless he gets some perfect storms, I don't think he can kill those, and if losing that base would be absolutely terrible. 4 Ultras remain, they are heavily damaged, but this base will have to go down. He needs to evacuate the props as soon as he can. There's not much to defend here. Just a single Archon, single gun. He will hide under Swarm for a while, kill that additional Defiler, the High Templar and High Gun. He can still throw some storms here. The Archon is gonna die as Swarm is gonna go down too. There's Hydralisk. That is also, yeah, it can't be killed because the upgrade is just so strong. I mean, Protoss units are not doing enough damage. So it seems like Wolf actually getting in trouble, yeah, plummeting down to 70 supply, guys. To be quite frank, this looks pretty bad. I feel like there was a good chance for Protoss, but at this point, him down to 1 mining base and Hatchery being able to establish this bases here on top, 1 base here, additional base here. His economy is just blooming at this point. He has this base, he still has this base, so he's gonna have plenty of minerals to remax. And that army of Link Ultra, fully upgraded units, by the way, just missing 1 upgrade on Claws, on his MLA upgrade for his units. This is the last remaining post for Protoss. If he loses that base, there is nothing to save him, and Zerg finds it immediately. This is gonna get down to some perfect storm, but there are no storms, and Zerglings get on top of this High Templars just to kind of very nice storm, but this Zerglings here eliminating the High Templars before they're able to throw all the storms. Another very nice storm, not gonna get that Ultras though, and Swarms covering everything. I think this is GG, guys. I think we have the winner of the first Koget stream, FFA, Mr. Hydralisk, Pink Zerg, with a huge Mutalisk play in the beginning of the game, being able to eliminate SPX, being able to close the kill White here person, but not, being able to eliminate the big Battlecruiser fleet, and now fighting for the the last battles with the Protoss. That Wolf, I mean, again, big applause to Wolf. I mean, seriously, he's been in a very tough spot from the beginning of the game. This prop should return the minerals, not just go to gas. I mean, big applause for Wolf for keeping up the game for so long. Close, really. If he had his upgrades, if he was able to upgrade to like +3, I think this battle in here, in that choke, would have went differently. He wasn't able to upgrade, so there's no way to fight a fully upgraded Zerg army. Zerg now moving on, and probably trying to close the game, as we see here. Couple Ultras, a Swarm coming up, some Hydras. I mean, there's nothing to defend, and I'm not sure what Wolf is hoping for. I think he's just trying to scout, to see what is really going on. Maybe he's hoping that Zerg doesn't have more money. Maybe he thinks that's his last army. There's nothing more. He finds his main base, but it doesn't matter. Protoss doesn't have anything more. He has got a couple Dark Templars, which actually gonna do great. They will be able to kill that army. But again, what does it mean if Protoss is not mining minerals? He's gonna kill the Hydra then. He's gonna eliminate that army, but it doesn't matter because Zerg is still mining around the maze, around the map. Sorry. He's getting more and more units. He's getting everything he needs to, and that game is getting to the over. A big lake spawn that will obviously. Okay, he's getting this 8 minerals from that last mineral clamp. Hope he can build the Nexus. Maybe how much he's missing. He's got 336, so he doesn't even have enough money for a Nexus. These units are getting the last Ultras here. He hopes that maybe he can draw the game. He hopes that maybe the game, maybe the map is mined out. Maybe with this unit he can go in some kind of a, check situation when he cannot get defeated, and he can just sit here and Zerg cannot defeat him. But of course he doesn't know that Zerg has got fully operational 1 base, fully operational 2 bases. Okay, the Zealot's actually getting complete rampage here, getting those drones for free. Drones are getting pushed back, but now Muta, Zerglings, everything gets found. There's 2 hero Zealots with 10 kills overall. They're going back to Iron. Maybe they're gonna respawn as Dragoons in next game. Definitely this one. Run, Zealots, run. Yeah, look at that micro. He's not getting able. Okay, there it is. The drone actually, I think, got a kill. No, it was a Muta. And the final round of units coming here. Some final storms. Hydra, Zergling army getting to Wolf's main. He's also sending another prop to my minerals. GG! And we have Hydralisk as the big winner of the first free-for-all. Oh my goodness. This was fun, guys. This was a very nice free-for-all. This was fun. Whew! And I have to catch a breath. I tried to keep it up for you guys. Some excellent commentary. Oh, we have to do it more often then. if you liked it, guys. So Random, no, thanks you for the follow. Everyone, big round of applause to all the participants. Really nice game, in fact. I really like that game. Oh, I was only casting Wolf. It was a really nice game. Really nice game. It was very interesting to see how different people, no one knew each other's position. So I think it was really fun. It was really fun. Really, really well played by everyone. And yeah, high risk with a very good big macro play. That's what you probably need to do in FFA, right? You need to big macro play. And Wolf nearly getting it. I mean, Wolf was completely dead. There was nothing from Wolf left, and he was able to slowly, creep to next spaces and kill red and so and so. And at the end, it was close. It was actually not, it was not that close, not that far from actually Protoss winning. No, I was commanding Wolf. I was commanding. All right. GG. I need to catch my breath, guys. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it a night. Very nice games tonight. Thank you all for joining.